Unnecessary talk with Brian Sturges.
Do you think there's too much racial talk?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it... I didn't
or is it
the
what?
other half yet.
Okay. Give me the other half.
Or not. But this isn't what America needs, because they're amazing. The only people that could possibly be mad at this show are those dirty gypsies.
Yep, they are not happy.
Those just the only, but only if you have if your mode of transportation are wagon wheels, then that's what I'm talking about.
Unless
Yeah.
you're Darius Rucker. You want to rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wagon wheel.
Yeah, you know, G, E minor.
Yeah. Hit him with some of
See?
that Okie from Spinokie. Hit it.
Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
Yeah.
Something,
yes,
something.
in the
something.
wagon wheel.
Yeah, I don't know,
Put
dude.
it in the big old wagon
Wagon
wheel.
wheel.
Then you put it in the big old
Wagon wheel.
And the wheels on the wagon go round and round, round and round,
goes
round and round.
Wheels.
I got the ride in the back of the wagon.
Gypsies. This is another episode of UnNecessary Talk with Brian Sturges. I am that Brian Sturges. You can follow me at briansturges.com. You can follow Cliff Beach Music. You follow Tim at Timothy Hall Music. And we'll see you.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Music. Oh, well. What a...
Yes.
Let's have
a good start.
Let's do a nice clean episode. What do
Yeah,
you
this
say,
one's going to be
fellas?
squeaky.
No
Definitely no.
no headless guy inside of a Chinese buffet and
Exactly.
watch it.
Like a nun's pristine showroom.
Yes. Yeah, that's what.
Showroom. Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't think these curtains have ever been used.
Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you think my collection's complete?
yeah. See, so I look at my Octobery orangey shirt.
Well,
you see,
It screams October.
It does.
Your broad shoulders
Full.
really pull it off. Yeah.
This one's actually cut like a man's shirt.
It is.
All my shirts are like, I buy bulk from China, and they're just wide. They're just essentially old picnic tables
Yeah,
that
they've
have been
sewn
turned
together.
into flannels.
Have you ever
This
gotten
one's actually trimmed.
Have you ever gotten a massage? I feel like
I've got a massage.
They'd love
I
to.
got a couples massage with a Rafik.
Oh, that's right.
Don't forget that.
That was classic.
I feel like they would need big hands to really give
What are
you.
you trying to say?
Just,
What's the joke here?
No,
What's
I'm
the
just
joke?
saying,
But that I'm so fat that they'll need many women from
You're
Thailand
not fat broad. You know?
Fat bronze?
or the Philippines.
No, you're so broad.
Oh, he's broad, yes.
Like to get deep because he's muscular. Yeah.
I once had like one of these German broads go to town on my neck, and the next morning I could not physically lift my head off the pillow. I thought I was paralyzed.
Dang,
I could
injured.
not do it. I mean, think about it. I could not lift my head on its own. And I had to lay there for like 10 minutes, and then eventually,
The feeling
I
came
could
back.
get my head up to go, and I was out.
I
So
have
it made it worse.
I have a massage scheduled for after this. This is the first one I've had in years.
You didn't go to that big German gal with the shoulders I told you about, did you?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
it
man.
could be.
Is
Is
it-
her name Shelley?
oh,
Is it an anal massage?
Is that a thing? We're going to discuss the options when I get there. But I mostly want the
10th one's
shoulders.
free.
Yeah, 10th one.
Now, look, are you a Swedish? Are you deep tissue? Shiatsu? What do you?
Ah,
what
interesting.
Do you do?
So, I mean, I think a lot of people use the Swedish, the effleurage and all
Oh,
that stuff.
yes, of course.
But I'm going to probably go for like a sports deep just
Oh.
because my bag is...
Oh, because you're an athlete.
'Cause I'm an athlete.
Because you're basically an Olympic qualifying athlete.
Yeah. Although I didn't qualify or try.
Yeah.
Why didn't you try?
Well, because I didn't qualify.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I had a lymphatic
gotta be in the top
massage
8.
once. And it
A
was,
tumor? You had a lymphatic
Oh, you had the
tumor?
drainage?
yeah. It's weird.
Did you go to like a doctor or one of these
No, it was
Western,
like one of those-
Eastern medicine?
It was just one of those random white
Alley?
women
Oh.
places.
Oh, God.
They milked me.
Blankets, yeah.
They milked you.
I did see a TikTok video of a guy going into a massage parlor and like negotiating a hand job.
Oh, my
but he was only doing it for the video, which is messed
Right.
up. And of course, And there's like an old Asian woman behind the counter. He's like, so how much extra for a head job? She's like, you work that out with her. It's this much for the massage. Whatever happens. And he's like, who's giving the handies? She's like the girl, woman.
That sounds
I guess
good.
it's kind of sex trafficking a little bit.
It is.
A little bit,
I've
yeah.
never had it, but I've been in a place I'm pretty sure I could have gotten it.
You've
Wait, I
never
thought
had
you-
it?
I thought you did have it. Didn't you
Now,
tell
you've
a
told
story?
the story on here that you got your D.
Oh, sorry.
Did you forget that you sinned and announced it in 4K for the world forever?
Well, that was different though. Like,
Did you come?
Zoomed 4K.
No, yes.
Yeah. How is it different?
Well, no, that because I was in Canada and it was legal there. It was legal there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you were
what
above that parallel.
Yeah.
35th.
Yeah, so it wasn't like
No
shady because
extradition.
it was understood. That's what I was getting from the beginning. I didn't have to negotiate because it was what they did.
Like, what did the sign? What was the marketing?
It's called a new room massage.
That's what those are?
Yeah,
New room?
new room.
Oh,
I
new
didn't
room.
Yeah, but it's
New room.
it's in it. So it's like it's not like I'm shadily trying to get this
But
extra.
it's
deal.
the
in
end.
there. At
They
the-
don't start off with it.
No. You do get a regular massage, and they shower with you. The whole thing.
They shower with you?
Yeah.
Are they wearing some sort of shower flip flop like in prison or a dorm room? Or are they
No.
barefooting on the
No, they're
tile?
just naked. Yeah.
You're going to get a foot fungus.
Well, the crazy thing was, is I started asking about her day, and then
And
she was like,
and-
"I've had so many clients, from the morning. It was at night."
Well-
my hands are so tired.
I don't know.
I was like, that was a conversation I should not have started.
It's hard to buy gloves.
You're the 10th guy today, and it's like, oh.
Every Christmas,
Oh.
my boss gets me London Fog leather gloves in a
nice
cognac brown.
When I see
And
a,
you must acquit. You must acquit.
They don't
when the
fit.
sign above the thing says all employees must wash their hands, it's like,
Yeah.
of course. I hope you do it.
Does Nuru stand for something?
It's a Japanese thing,
Okay.
but yes.
It's not enough
But yes, so I did do it,
naughty.
and it was great.
I
I had to pay for extra time because I was shy.
They got you on the clock? That's a lot of pressure.
I may,
And it wasn't cheap.
I may or may not have been working with a hardcore racist on a project. And when you're just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You got to
Yeah.
do an oh, yeah.
But and then they keep going and you keep, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And at some point, but because of the fact that I look like what I look like, people assume that I perhaps don't like certain people, which is insulting.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to live by me in my neighborhood. We're all equal, but not in my school district.
Oh, boy.
I don't have a school district. What's the point of this? The point of it is that
Brown versus
Oh, you
education.
were working with someone.
that it's just funny how racism will. They always have a little toe in the water, and then
Oh, they're testing to see.
and then
if
4
you
hours
respond.
later they're like, that camel toe libtard,
Yeah.
ruining, and it's just like, and then
Other.
you name the word, it's been said,
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
and then we got to a point in which, because I love comedy, he has jokes. And
I bet they're clean.
And now, I don't want to. I'm not teaching some guy how the world is. That's his thing. Whatever. I'm yes-anding. I'm looking at the bottom line.
Yep.
And most of the jokes are terrible, but there is one joke that I want to tell you off screen that was so stupid. It was so stupid that I laughed because you have to understand this guy is telling me.
Tell it.
Oh, I don't want to tell it.
They can edit it out. Just tell it.
Oh, you just want me to edit it out?
Yeah.
Well,
Gonna cost you.
I just feel like telling you it won't be as funny as it was in the moment when a guy who's really telling, like,
Earnestly
when
telling
you're
a
like
joke.
trying to work hard,
But
and then
you
a guy's telling you yucks.
But you can set it up that you're going to tell it off screen now, and then we'll just cut to my reaction at the end.
You could say the joke, but I don't think we want to put that. It's not really funny. Here's the thing. It's not funny. It's just some jokes are so stupid that you laugh at how stupid it is.
Right.
So how do you want to do this? Can you? All right.
I guess I'll figure it out. my God.
That is terrible.
Stupid.
But I get it. That's funny.
It's so.
It's stupid.
It's so fucking dumb. Oh God! I had never heard that before. I was like, wow, this is a whole nother level of like. I feel like on his toilet there's a book of just hardcore Confederate.
Yeah. It's an old book.
Oh man, I don't know. God, it's just sometimes you're just like bottom line, bottom line, make that money.
Gotta get it out.
You know, because I feel like if a guy's 60, you're not changing the point of view.
No.
Yeah, especially if you have like a debt, like if you, because here's the thing, because
Is this your stroke guy?
you know what's funny? That's a different guy. That's the other. But
You just gotta wait for him
what's
to die,
funny
I
is
guess.
like people they don't know if my wife is black or if I have friends. You know, there's no like it's just an assumption upon me shaving my head because I'm bald.
But you need.
It was just
Oh,
I just never heard it. It was particularly dumb, and I was just like, and
Cadillac to me. You know.
Oh boy.
you can figure out that joke. But it really is. Sometimes I'm just like, because when you're working with somebody, you don't want to correct their. It's not my place to try to convince somebody who is at the last 15% of their life to change their complete view. But it's interesting to be talked about because, like, I don't want to. Sometimes you just don't want to hear it, you know. And it's like,
I definitely
I
don't
remember.
wanna hear.
I remember when I met an older white Virginian racist man in his 70s, and he shook my hand. He was nice, but he was like, "You can't stay here, you know, when the sun goes down." And I respected it.
Good Lord.
Well, because they wouldn't see me.
Gremlin.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah.
The year before was 1986, and a bunch of these cute little mag eyes.
showed
I
up.
think when
Yeah.
they're there, like, hey,
Mogwai.
is that what it's called?
So
I think
just-
so.
Hey, so listen, here's the thing. We got a black guy coming inside. You can't have him out after midnight.
Yeah.
What are some other rules?
You don't get them wet.
Yeah,
You don't
can't
want
get 'em
they
wet.
cannot swim.
Can't feed them after midnight.
Yeah, you know.
They'll come back for
Yeah.
more.
You can't give them a sock because that'll free them.
Give them a sock.
We learned that from Harry Potter with the house elf.
A sock.
Oh.
That was her.
A sock, like a physical sock.
A sock.
I'm missing it.
So
I think you had
in-
to give them any piece
yeah.
of clothing, right?
So in Harry Potter, they have these house
They had
elves.
slaves.
Well,
Well, yeah, basically.
The house elves are slaves. So that was her commentary on this. So basically, giving them something that they could own, he tricks them to give them this, discard this sock. When he gets the sock, he's like, "Master gave me this. Now I'm free." Then later on, him being free, he had nowhere to go. It was a whole thing about slavery that she put in there. We didn't know that Dumbledore was gay until the end.
That's true.
Wow, I did not know that Harry Potter had layers like that.
It did.
I only saw
And-
one.
Onion.
With,
Not only was he gay, he probably was not quite a pedophile, but I mean, he
what
attracted.
is this? I have not. You know what? I've really missed the last couple of fucking chapters
Yeah.
of.
I thought the movies were terrible, but the book wasn't bad.
Well, the thing was because
a cajon player made me watch a third one in the theater with no
Yeah.
references. I died of.
The third one?
Just randomly.
I couldn't watch the third one.
Oh, terrible.
all I know is that Dumbledore, when they found out he was gay, fighting this duel, his lover basically with their wands showing, is that he only really befriended the single kid with no family every time. So it was Voldemort. And
Aren't
then
you
Harry Potter.
doing that with like multiple children?
They wanted to talk to me.
No, but how are your mentees?
It's good. He did not show up last week. I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "My bad." That's it. So we'll find out
my
next
bad.
week.
Now,
What
don't
happened?
you care a little less? Don't you find that the more you help people, the more you realize that it's truly a wasted effort,
Yep.
right?
No help.
All the good that you do,
Yep.
right, is all positive, but it's like the junkie. Like I hire a guy, he comes
Yeah.
up shooting up. It's like,
Well, all of life now is that I just hold up my end.
share.
That's all I
You
can
know
do.
what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have to share needles, but you know,
Exactly.
You're on
Diddy-
my land.
You
You give
stingy junkie.
Exactly. They should book Diddy because he never invited us. You know, share.
Oh, I once.
Oh,
I don't want to have a breaking news intro come in.
speaking of,
There's 120 other people like myself who have. Gloria, could you take over? It's Gloria Allred Hubbard.
L. Wright Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Who's that? The Gloria Steiner? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Where's that money gonna go? How much do you think she's worth as a lawyer? She's got to be worth over $100 million.
I don't know.
She has to be.
Is she like a Nancy Grace?
No, she's the lawyer who does all of the high-end celebrity. Look, can you look her up?
I mean, I've heard the name.
Oh yeah, she's like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're talking about a power lady. She made like if
Strong
she's taking
chin.
35% of every case. Gloria Allred. It's always like the EPA or somebody who did like Kevin Spacey.
It's the lawyer, right?
I don't mean to disrespect your
Women's
last name by
lib.
not knowing it. Oh, that was her.
Gloria Lawyer. Allred?
Satterfield?
Yeah, that's it. What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Allred?
Allred.
Allred?
Yeah, now put net worth in.
Says 20 million.
She has way more than 20
Yeah, that
million.
She
seems-
divorced her husband. Kept the name.
Okay.
Tina Turner style.
I would say she has to be one of the richest lawyers.
Yeah.
If she's working on $100 million lawsuits on the regular,
Sure. But what is she known for?
Oh, civil rights lawyer.
right? But do we have any actual people?
You
Oh,
ever
yeah.
heard of O.J. Simpson?
I have.
Bill O'Reilly?
That's right. Okay, so this is
Harvey
Yeah, so
Weinstein.
so these are the people.
She did the civil trial.
Right.
For
She always
OJ.
brings out like a meek woman who knew what she was doing and being like, "I didn't see it coming," and then they.
Wow.
I'm not blaming the victims, but why'd you shave above the knee that morning? You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez.
Yo,
I mean, subconsciously, didn't you know? Hotel room, midnight.
Oh,
meeting.
I'm not going to slip out of this
I
one.
mean,
That's exactly what happened.
Gloria. Let's go to Gloria. Is she on?
The
Skype?
yeah, so look, we
Remember
zoom her
Skype?
in. Oh, yeah, I remember Skype.
The women that are powerful attorneys always become like masculine. They have like a
They all-
Hillary Rodham Clinton
Yeah,
vibe.
they all have that pants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they're men at that point. They're working.
I think that causes a
it's a
different
compliment.
I think that women have a burnout of working in a man's world. I feel like a lot of women are exhausted with any work they do.
But she's the top of her field. She doesn't need to work ever again, but she gets to just,
No, some women
Eventually it goes. She's not licking through a file cabinet looking for something, right? She is a whole team.
Oh, yeah.
So she gets all the press, and she's like, Johnny Carson at 4 o'clock. She's like, what's
Yeah, what you got for
No,
me?
but I think psychologically, subliminally, like a lot of women that I meet, work is exhausting for them. To have to work.
But
Not because they don't enjoy the work, but working with men and having to become more masculine against their femininity, it wears it
women
down.
who work in real estate.
Yeah, it wears them down.
finance,
But why do they have to?
Banking.
I don't know how I feel about this. But
Have you ever tried to do business with one of these bros?
It does wear them down. It's like
you think they have an innate?
the traditional
be
roles
feminine?
of men working with men and women being in the home. The reason why that worked is because women are more maternal. It makes more sense for them to be there. Them going out into the workforce, not because they can't work, not because
My
they don't
son
have
won't
brains.
latch.
They can't.
I keep trying.
He's a latchkey.
Well, not that kind of latching.
The thing is that it's not that they can't do it, but a lot of women, like, they get burnt out. They're like, I got to take a vacation. I got to get away from everything because
Yes.
of work. Because they're not necessarily built to work in a man's world.
Yes.
With other women, it's okay, but it's different. To go up against men, you start to see them become hyper
It's just
masculine.
the overall number. The majority of high-earning women that are successful in their career are not married with kids,
And typically mannish.
and have a more, just banging guys when they bang them. No
Yeah.
long-term family. But it doesn't mean that's good or bad. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it's just
I see.
that. There are a lot of men who want to work in jobs that are softer jobs. They don't want to work with some guy who looks and sounds like this.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
But I'm saying a man who works construction for 12 hours a day comes home tired. But a woman works in an office sitting around all day and is exhausted from being around a bunch of stuff that they just don't have the energy for that the same way. It's
Even
not
the ones
same.
without
I
jobs.
don't know. I don't like this.
I'm just saying I've seen it. It's a psychological thing that no one talks about, but I'm saying it's not that women can't do it, but there's something about it because they're going into a mostly heterosexual white man's world. It burns them out. Like when they
Oh,
work,
'cause they have to.
There's no feminism when the bills come in the mail. You know what I mean? They just remain unopened by the
Yeah.
door and expect it to be paid.
I'm not saying they can't do it. I'm saying there's something about
they don't need
it
you.
where
Kidding
they're
me?
tired.
They've got free tiramisu their whole life. You know what I mean?
It subliminally makes them tired that they can't realize. But I know from the dating world, when I hear women talk about work, they're so exhausted. Where if I put a man in that same situation, he would just work. It wouldn't even come up because it's a socialization thing or something. That men are built to work in a different way. That women are like.
Yes, and of course, this is the majority of women. This isn't a sweeping statement.
Yeah. And I don't mean it in a bad way.
I mean, the average woman in business is making more money than me. I'm fine with it.
I just work with women.
In fact, let the record show, because I actually do, that everyone that I work with are women that I hire. Mm-hmm. Every single one is, and I try to do with the moms, especially if they're a single mom. See, that's how I actually contribute by giving. I actually do something. Is that, and plus, I don't have to deal with a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some
the worst.
Some guy's got an attitude.
So places that allow women
this is a positive conversation, right?
I think
so.
Yeah, so places basically that have
I
allowed.
feel weird about it.
Places that have allowed
They
women
love
to
chocolate too.
places that have allowed women historically to have more flexibility to be at home with their kids more, even if they do work, have done better. Women need the breaks. They need to be able to talk about their feelings. It's just a different thing.
It is interesting when my wife comes to me and wants to girl talk, and then I glaze over, and then she sees me like just thinking about sandwiches or whatever, and then she gets mad at me. She's like, "I never talked to you," but it wasn't like it was just about Tina's new lunch bag or something. It wasn't about
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking Netanyahu's blowing up half the world, and it's just like, you know what happened to me today?
Yeah.
I dropped my cappuccino. And I had a third of it left, so I bought another one in your credit card.
So basically, and it happens to minorities too. Like a lot of minorities have to code switch into.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That makes sense.
So the same way women have to switch to become more masculine, where I'm saying to be able to work successfully, build them for success, to allow them to be women in the role.
Okay, I like that better.
You see how much you fucking broads can learn if you just turned off those makeup tutorials and watch something of high caliber like this podcast.
So I'm saying
I think we need to have we need to have a female counter.
Sure.
Even if
that would be good.
I don't want them in the house or something.
Yeah.
I don't want the hormones coming in and disrupting the general household.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But if they could film something, if they could get it together.
Oh, a segment.
I mean, you got a $2,000 phone in your hand. See if you can press record. They're good. They're good people.
Yeah. Like I've learned statistically that men can make decisions with 30% or less information. Women need 70%.
They want it. Do you ever see two women talking in the car while driving? They're facing one another, right? They're completely dry. They drive like this, and they're in the left lane, and they're in my way.
So having their adds a balance. I'm just saying we have to now change it so they're not bumping their heads trying to be masculine.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. So you change the whole. Yeah.
Change the paradigm.
Isn't who everyone is now the way it should be? There is really no answer. The masculine ones will go on to open jars of pickles without turning off the cap. Turning off, unscrewing.
Yes, they just rip the top off.
And somehow it's so strong the glass doesn't even shatter.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I agree. I'm just saying I think they have to. They shouldn't subliminally be forced to be more masculine. They should be able to be how they were.
Oh, yeah. I think everyone should just be how they
listen,
be.
as somebody who has worked in business and works in business,
that's true.
The high female earners are definitely masculine. I mean, you don't want to touch it. You don't want to. If you look at them too long, your eyes will turn to stone. They'll roll right off down. But the women that I've worked with, that they're top of their field and they're doing better than most of the men in the office. But I don't want to look at them.
Exactly.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
If you're over 65, you're not. We don't.
Yeah.
You should just leave LA.
Look like a Susie Orman. Like Susie Orman is the perfect example.
But I'd give it to her though, because I feel like afterwards we could be cuddling and I'd get
some tips.
I love her jackets. They're so nice. Kristen Wiig.
I'd be like, I love the hair.
Oh, did she play Susie?
She's like, Susie, where did you get those jackets? Like, it's so good.
Oh.
But I mean, she's a lesbian too, but I love her.
Susie Orman's a lesbian?
Yeah.
Yeah, the haircut. And the shoulder pads. It's fucking the whole goddamn Paula Poundstone situation.
I need shoulder pads.
Yeah,
You don't need shoulder pads. What's your obsession with your lack of
she's
shoulders?
not pounding the stone. She's pounding that
It's
clown.
not as big as my obsession with my lack of jawline.
Yeah. Tim has become more effeminate every episode.
Yeah. I've become more vain.
he's a Pat. Or what is it? Is it Pat?
Yeah, it's bad.
The SNL guy?
Yeah.
We couldn't know what it was.
Yeah.
It was the first trans.
It's Pat.
character. Hey, y'all!
That's nice.
Speaking of the Country Music Awards, as you know, we talked about that Beyonce got snubbed.
Sure did.
Luke Bryan came out as saying that, just because you put out a country album doesn't mean that you'll just be embraced. Even if he puts out an album doesn't mean he'll get nominated. He was like, just come to the awards, give us some high fives, and join the family. This is the advice he gave.
So she didn't, if I may, pay her dues. She just wants to come out with one country and automatically be the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've already had unpleasantness from her 2016 appearance that people boycotted her being on
What
there.
happened there?
She came and performed one of her country tinge songs in her earlier album with the Chicks, and people were boycotting watching the CMAs because she was going to be on there.
Do they still not like the Dixie Chicks?
And her song 16 Candles or whatever is about, they think it's about that 2016 incident. That's what the 16 is representing. But she had a single, Texas Hold'em, that was number 2 on the chart.
That's right, yeah.
Or number 1 on the charts, country and pop. And then the album. And then she redid Dolly Parton's Jolene and a couple stuff. So she did a lot of things.
It's not good.
Yeah, she did a lot of things. And she is from Texas, and she does love country.
It
And
doesn't matter. That's okay.
she brought
She's a
Shabuzi out.
Dallas lady, right?
Shabuzi.
Or Houston?
Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, H-Town. So, but it's the CMAs have always been racist, and it's fine.
Well,
Grammys
think you wanna say
will
that.
put her in some categories though, for country,
well, sure.
because they're just different. And AMAs, they
I
all
heard
do
they got
it.
some new fucking bullshit alt jazz category.
But speaking of country, I just saw Casey Musgraves at the Forum.
You saw
with-
her in the show?
Yep.
You went to see it?
I did.
Oh, cool.
Floor seats at the Forum. Nickel Creek opened. Father John Misty opened. But she was great. 7 Grammys. She's the only Grammy winner that has won female in all 4 country categories. So best song, best performance, best duo, best album.
Best track. Oh, best
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
So 7 Grammys, 7 CMAs, other Country Association awards. But she was great.
The Seven Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? That's a movie.
It is. And the Seven Samurai.
And 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, which isn't
Yeah.
the porno we thought it was. It's a
No,
musical.
I thought they were all just sharing this one chick in a wedding dress.
Did Nickel Creek play
Production.
Ode to a Butterfly?
I think so.
nice.
They also played a cover of Toxic, which was really good.
Oh, what's her face?
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
Yeah. Father John Misty is very moody. He was like the indie darling maybe 7-8 years ago. But
Who is this?
He was in the Fleet Foxes.
oh, he was? You would like him though.
Who is this?
Father John Misty.
Okay.
He's
I
like
like Fleet Foxes.
yeah, he's in that Fleet Fox. He's more moody.
The only group that I've
ethereal.
ever seen on a late night show that I went out and bought the CD.
Oh. You didn't like
I saw them at the
you didn't
Hollywood Bowl.
You didn't like Vintage Trouble?
Well, I didn't like the old Dino bits with Red Skelton where they made love to both Costello
And Abbott?
and
Oh my God! Speaking of Abbott, Abbott Elementary is coming back for its 4th season.
Well, congratulations.
And they're going to do a crossover, hint, hint, with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm super excited.
Congratulations to you, Quinta.
And the others, Jake or
Please
whatever
call
his name is.
She's one of the first black
Writers.
Emmy comedy winners
Yes.
since 227 in
Really?
in the 80s.
Yeah, she's
Only
doing, she's
2
doing
black
all right.
women have won it. Yeah,
Can I borrow money? I need money.
I remember her.
You have
from,
lots of it.
Give it to
Let me give you just for the beer because I have a problem.
she was kind of like Issa Rae. They used the internet and their webisode shows to then launch their
She
careers.
did it. You got to give her credit.
Yeah.
Now she's a power player, and I'm here with you fucking dick licks.
I wish we were licking dicks.
Accurate.
Remember PJ Licks in Boston?
JP Licks.
That's right.
Yeah. PJ Licks. The whole flip.
BJ
Licks.
BJ.
Well, Ben and Jerry's.
PJ
Yeah,
Bayo.
that's where we
Scott
lived.
Baio's cousin.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Host of
hear?
Flappers.
Did you hear? Speaking of which, Barnes and Nobles is opening 50 stores again. So after all that bullshit with Amazon, and we thought they were gonna die, I guess people are going back to books after all this.
Well, you want to know why? Commercial real estate is crashed out.
Yeah.
Oh, so they can afford to.
So these large spaced stores are sitting empty. So that's why they're getting very low long-term rates.
Well, the old West Side Pavilion is a fucking ghost. It's just there.
They're turning that supposedly into the Century City model. It's going to be an open mall, so it's going to be a whole ripping open sort of thing.
I love that mall. I love that
mall.
Barnes and Noble. I just love.
I believe it was Robinson's May.
Yeah, that whole.
I went shopping with when I first came out with my girlfriend, we'd go over there. And
This man knows how to get a Macy's coupon. I've never seen anyone shop better in there.
You want to save 20% on socks?
I do.
He
What, are you
knows how
paying
to.
full price on socks?
I do.
He knows how to get a suit. He knows how to do it.
Oh, well,
And a robe. Oh, plush robe.
yeah, I like it plush.
I've never had a robe
Jacket.
before.
Never had a robe?
You never lived.
I
Not
just
even
throw a
like
towel.
never a summer robe or no winter robe, no
He doesn't.
fleece?
He doesn't linger. You know. He barely whips the towel across and ta-da. You know.
Didn't even dry himself.
I dry very quickly. My hair dries immediately because it's so fine. It's not thin. It's fine.
I'd love a blower if I could.
Oh, yeah?
Like blow dryers, like a series of them where I could just.
I want the
get there.
Jetsons thing where I walk and I just like the TSA.
Oh, and then-
just push the shirt on. And I think we should all wear uniforms. I'm not saying your different social and economic levels should be
Wiped
shown.
out? Oh, okay.
Maybe
like a badge.
maybe like a band.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Maybe different color bands.
Yeah, sure.
For different
Insignias.
It's like the Boy
wave.
Scouts.
Oh, okay.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
Well, that's how.
this one owns land. You know?
That's how cruise ships are, and stuff. You know, where you stripe chase, you have a certain number of stripes for your level.
Really?
Oh.
Like a
So I
king.
had no stripes as an officer on the cruise ship.
You were an officer?
Well, they gave us officer status, so we could go
Nice.
everywhere. Officers bar, officers
Toilet.
Yeah.
They're like, this guy needs.
It's called the latrine.
Oh, the officer's
Yes.
latrine.
So no stripes, and then you would have one stripe, two stripes, three stripes.
I think you're trying to say strike.
stripes. Stripes
Yeah.
on the
And
shoulder.
3 of them, you're out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah,
Then it took a second, and then there was that smile of, I hate you, white man. I hate you, white.
I'm just gonna get in my Pontiac and go.
Get out of here.
So dumb. Oh, my God.
You just can't Halloween-wise scare black people like white people. You just can't. We immediately get punchy. We don't.
Oh, yeah.
And run away from things.
Punchy, run.
Yeah.
As you're running. Yeah.
White people are like, oh, something looks suspicious. They go in there. We don't do that. We're like, something looks suspicious. Fuck it.
I was with a man once, and there was an explosion, and he fled, and I ran towards the. And I was like, "Oh, we have different fight or flight. We're on our core.
You're a
we're-
rescuer.
Well, yeah,
You're an
It already
investigator.
blew up. It's fine. Let's go see what it is.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? They're already dead,
Ay, ay.
strewn upon the parking lot.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, look at that knuckle.
I was going to say, I heard the new Penguin was also good.
Oh, I like. Yeah, that sounds like
haven't
a
seen
movie
it.
I won't.
I
get
didn't
to see.
realize that it was what's his face.
Colin Farrell?
It doesn't look like
No,
it's Colin Farrell.
prosthetics.
It's inside of
But
there.
it's basically, I heard, distance very far from Batman, and he's really just an old, like, mobster.
Sopranos.
Yeah, Sopranos.
Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
And now I heard some things that they were going to greenlight that they skipped. It was
the
like
Batgirl.
Gotham. Well, that, Jeans was in that. Did you know
Jeans?
that?
Who?
Jeans was cast as Batgirl's best friend, as the first trans
Are you fucking
comic
shitting
book
me?
character. Yeah, and then they
Who's-
shelved the movie. It
who's
was all
Jeans?
shot.
Jeans.
Jeans was a trans person who became an actress who went to school with us. We were
Oh,
friends with
okay.
Very short
Jeans.
skirts.
her. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
And that was when you're like, you heard a rumor, you're like, hey.
Yeah. She did very
that one's
well.
got a dick.
She did very well. And a lot of NBC with Whoopi Goldberg, like different stories and stuff. But yeah, it was a big role. I was excited to see it come out. And they shelved the movie. And there was
Dang.
a backlash. So they were like, we need this first trans
Do you?
DC comic character.
Do you need it? Is it needed?
Well, you know, I'm all about the killing game. That's my
What happened when
1988
a man would have
comic
a
book.
black hat?
Historic. Batman. It's all about the Joker.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So good. I love it. You'd be great redoing that.
Doing what?
The new Joker looks great. It's coming out this weekend.
Does
That
it look
could be
great?
Mr. Freeze.
Oh, there you go. Get your quips together.
Ah, yes. Like a Shoemaker really took a hot shit on a franchise.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a third one. So Tim Burton. So apparently in Batman Returns, there's a bunch of plot points that had set up the third movie that the next man ruined with bat nipples.
Yep.
Tiny Tim's TikToks.
So it's a family on an arm being tattooed.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh, crossing them out.
Oh, no.
Okay. I guess.
You know, when you love your kids and you want to get that,
This is your plan?
I'm going to get my tattoos removed.
Yeah.
Plus, I can't get to any cemetery or.
That's crazy. Like, you have kids with the person and you just would balls eagle them over.
Well, I have an entire back tattoo of Deborah, but it started off, it was just a tramp stamp, and as she has grown,
Yeah, it is also.
That's
You
why
want to be accurate.
That's why you never get someone that could be questionable. The kids are no question.
672 this week.
At least he didn't cover over all of them.
I
That
have
would have been more fucked
Her
up.
left leg is in the kitchen. Her right leg is in the living room.
Yeah.
And she has a bunch of pulleys and ropes and buckets,
Yeah.
levers in order, in which large amounts of chicken get deep fried.
Yeah. Oh, she's actually doing the cooking
It's
too,
actually, she's tempted. Brings it. It's like the opening of Pee Wee's Playhouse.
huh? Yeah.
Where she various dominoes are
wacky
falling,
music is playing,
eggs
yeah.
are being made.
I like those machines. What are they called, Tim?
Rube Goldberg.
There you go.
Holy crap!
I think.
Don't fight our boat.
It's a shark.
Fight our boat.
Man's picking the shark up out of the water.
Seems like a bad idea. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
You said lost my pinky?
And I left.
It ate that pinky.
And then did you hear the wife be like, "Calm down. Okay. Like, don't upset the kids." She's
Oh, right.
the wife is just like, "It's no big deal." The man just lost like. If the
Lost a
man's
whole
finger was
pinky.
just eaten by a shark, let him get a little bit of rage out.
Could they just have left the shark where it was? Like it wasn't.
Oh, yeah. They didn't need to
Right.
touch
I don't
the
think
shark.
he was planning on it. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
You don't think so?
The kid
mean,
was
could you
unhelpful.
imagine, like-
Being there was no help.
But just play the end. Just listen to how the wife is just like, calm down. Don't get so upset about having a shark.
Pinky.
You hear?
Okay.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, you know, the F word, the kids.
Oh.
Don't
Tell you
bite
what,
our boat.
I
I'll say
would
every-
allow.
I'll say
I would
every
allow- I would
word.
allow it.
At least you didn't bite the kid. I mean, if my kid was there, I would have pulled them further
Remember
back.
when that octopus latched onto your genitals?
Oh, yeah.
We had to get that team.
Yeah.
Those Brazilian pilots came into the helicopter.
I love
The whole
Jaws of
scene.
life.
I
Yeah.
love me some octopusy. I don't care what they say.
Yeah, go down here. I'll tell you. I'm sick of waiting for you people. All right, here. Siskel and Ebert. This is when the
Classic.
cameras are off. This is how
I love
Cliff and I are.
classic.
Oh, okay.
Do it again, please.
Sound a little excited, Gene.
Sound less excited, Roger. That's why we're redoing it, because of what you did.
Still has dulcet tones.
It's Thriller Week on Siskel and Ebert at the movies, and we've got three
It's
new
called
ones.
And the movies, not at the movies. And that's why we're doing it this time.
Okay.
It's Thriller Week
Meow.
on Siskel and Ebert in the movies, and we've got three new ones.
Dennis Quaid in The Big Easy. Michael Caine in The Fourth Protocol. And Kevin Costner and Gene Hackman in No Way Out.
That's this week on Siskel and Ebert and the movies. And the asshole. And that's Roger.
That's how it is.
That's what I loved about them, though, is that you knew they had an animus, but they were both great, and that made the show.
I didn't know that they were
They
upset with
respected each other, though.
Yeah?
They respected each other, but they did not like each other.
Wow.
That's how I feel.
Oh.
I kid.
Oh yeah, this is my new truck for Thousand Oaks.
When they mean,
Or no, for Simi Valley.
when they say fuck them, they don't mean sexually, though.
No, no.
Because I would.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
Give me some of that camel toe.
Oh,
This is a crazy person, though.
that guy's committed.
I mean, you hate everything at that point.
That person is
probably not fun to be around, right?
I mean, he just covered over his wife with the eagle.
It's the same guy.
Yeah. He's on the warpath.
Bosku, ini dia celana dalam pria berbahan dingin lembut. Asli enggak bikin selangkangan kita iritasi, bikin pilarmu bersih dan wangi. Cuma hari ini cukup tebus murah 6 pieces 100.000 aja. Yang mau promonya coba klik suka dan bagikan video ini, komen aku mau promo, lalu klik keranjang kuning.
Oh.
It's just a cup.
So, but why does it have ridges?
Is it a cup or is it one of these things for the ladies? Or
I think it's supposed to make it look like you've got a
Well, it's either for the ladies
Johnson,
or
right?
to make your...
Yeah, but that weird shape wouldn't look like it.
But if it's in a pair of Dockers,
Yeah.
they didn't show the finished product of someone wearing pants.
Yeah, with that
It's
with
a
that little
flaw.
ridge coming out.
Yeah, but you need something else to make it real. I've seen a lot of gray sweatpant videos.
So I want to thank you all for being here. And now, who am I introducing next? Who's next?
Somebody's got to tell him.
Distinguished guests, the Prime Minister of the Republic of India.
By the way, he's from a small country.
Okay.
Well, see, he handled it.
No. But what you're looking at is dementia. The anger associated with the dementia, that reaction is the...
Oh, you mean the who's next, the loud who's next?
Yeah, he's mad because
Oh.
it's kind of that. So people with dementia often turn angry because they're frustrated because
They don't
they're
remember.
flustered.
Yeah.
He's obviously gone. I mean, whatever party you belong to. But I mean, this man is talk about just...
He does need a break.
But the thing is, having all
Could be
those people
dizzy.
in the wings, knowing that's going to happen, they should be prepared to be
But
inserting
they're pumping
the
them
info.
up full of B12 or whatever before they go out, and then it wears out.
No, but I'm saying whoever's next to you, Secret Service, they should already be ready to whisper in your ear what the fuck's next. They know you're going to forget.
Yeah, he should have
That'd be a
earpiece.
handler. Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
should
I'm-
already know.
Yeah, true.
That's a shelf.
Why? I don't know why women bring their dog everywhere.
Tammy the realtor too.
It bothers
Tammy
me.
the realtor was already taken.
It bothers me.
Second one. Yeah.
I was
There's
eating,
a lot of Tammys.
I was eating a burrito and I saw this Asian woman, short hair, holding their dog outside their apartment for like a.
What was short hair? The Asian woman
The
or the
Asian
dog?
woman. I saw two dogs to be honest, but either way.
I mean, that joke was rough. Okay, all right.
But she was just like holding her dog, and I'm looking at her like, why? Just put it
What do you
down.
mean?
I don't know if she wanted the paws to get dirty, or whatever. But I was like, take them inside them. But like, what are you doing? Like, I
Get
was
sneakers
eating for
for your
10
dog like a
minutes,
normal
and she's
psychopath.
just holding this big dog. But I
Oh, it
was
was a
like,
big dog?
Yeah, but I was like, the dog can walk and has legs. What are you doing? And I just kept looking at them because she was in the way, like eating outside.
I
There you go.
Hey, now that was somebody who will be very successful in business. Yeah, right.
It's good to practice.
Yeah, yeah. You want to get that out. Oh, my God.
This is another episode of UnNecessary Talk with Brian Sturges. And I am that Brian Sturges. BrianSturges.com, CliffBeachMusic.com, TimothyAllMusic.com, or whatever. Man.
He's got a power wash for an anus.
We'll see you next Tuesday.